Hey, so this is another tag video. This tag was started by Robbie at FrekiFitWolf, and he did this tag, I think last Thursday, and I was tagged by Joan at Joan's Pointed Plate. So thank you, Robbie, for starting this tag. I think that this is a really great tag and really great questions. And Joan, thank you so much for tagging me. I just love doing these tags, and I really appreciate it. So this is a weight loss advice tag, and it has 11 questions. Question number 1. What method or plan did you or are you using to achieve your goals? I started out in January of 2018 using my old plan information for the Weight Watchers Momentum Plan. And that was the plan that Weight Watchers did between 2008 and 2010. And I really liked that plan, and I kept all the information, and so I did that plan until October of 2019. So just this past October. And my husband, Mark, said he would like to start Weight Watchers. So we joined together and do the blue plan. And we have been doing the blue plan together, and I still track the momentum plan. So I track both because I really like seeing the difference, and I like being on the blue plan to help my husband if he needs any help with tracking his points or anything like that. I like doing the momentum plan because I just love the momentum plan, and I think it's a great plan. And I like showing the points for both on my channel. So I think that it all works out really, really well. Number 2, 2 main tips you would give someone starting their weight loss journey. Track. That is like the most important thing for me. If I don't track, I'm completely off plan. So definitely track. However you are losing weight, I think that tracking is the most important thing, because if you don't, I can't remember everything that I'm eating throughout the day. Or even if you're not a YouTuber, I think that that even taking pictures helps me to remember what I've eaten. So, but tracking is, I think, number one is tracking. I think meal planning or like prepping things is really important. And even if you're not going to do like, a whole prep for the whole entire week, thinking about what you're going to eat for your meal at work. I think that that's a big thing for me, is to make sure that I'm well, during this time it's a little bit different, but I still need to know what I'm eating, what my plan is for the day while I'm, from breakfast to afternoon snack, because that's the biggest thing, because I'm away from home. And if I don't have a plan for that, then I find myself going, well, I could go to the vending machine. Or while I'm home, working from home right now during this time, I think if I don't have a plan for the day, then I think, well, I could probably have a handful of walnuts, or because even if it's healthy stuff, if you're eating too much of it, you're eating too much of it. So I think that definitely tracking and having a plan is my top tips for losing weight, is definitely those 2 things. Because if you have a plan of what you're doing and then you track everything, it's a lot easier to stay on plan. Number 3, what is your why? Just to be healthier. Just to be able to do more. And I, after losing 70, I think as of last Saturday, it was 77 pounds. I can do so much more than when I was 261 pounds. It's tying my shoes. Just little things like tying my shoes and not being out of breath when I bend over, and just being able to walk more, and the being healthier, but also being able to do more with my family is really important to me. And that's definitely my why, is to be healthier. But in that being healthier, I can do more with my family. Number 4, what do you do when the scale doesn't show what you expect it to? I can't say that I don't get upset, because I do. I do get upset. But I try to reflect on the previous week and see if there's anything that I can change. Um, and sometimes that number does, like, it does play with my mind, and has gotten me off track before. But I try to reflect on the previous week, see if there's anything that I can change. Were there any days that I was over? How did the end result of my week look with the numbers and the points? Um, and I just try to reflect on, and my water intake. How was my water intake? And what did I eat the night before weigh-in? Because a lot of times that has made a big difference. And I just think, I just try to remind myself, if it was a meal out because we were, doing something, or if it wasn't my normal night before weigh-in meal, I try to remind myself, well, maybe it will just catch up next week. Just keep doing what you're doing, and maybe it will catch up next week. So I just try to reflect, and try to make any changes if I need to. Because right now, the scale has not been doing what I want it to for the last 6 months, because I haven't lost any weight. I've maintained, but I want to get back on that losing. So I've been really doing a lot of reflecting the last, I mean, I do reflecting every week, but I've really been trying to focus on what I'm doing and any changes that I can make, because I really want to get back on that weight loss and get to my goal. Number 5, have you fallen off plan? No, not necessarily, not this time, not this weight loss journey. Not I wouldn't call it falling off plan, but do I get off track? Have a day where I'm over, and that I need to get back on plan? Yes, but not really fallen off, because to me, falling off track would be to get, like, completely off plan for weeks and weeks, and I haven't done that this time. But I gotten off track for a day or two, yes. And I just planning. The planning is the big thing, and tracking, and make sure that I make a plan of low point lunches so that I can still enjoy my dinners and things like that. That's how I get myself back on track, is just planning. Number 7, what has been the hardest part of losing weight, getting healthy? The mental struggle. I think that's the hardest part for me, is the mental struggle of, just fighting the fight of wanting more food than what I should be eating, or the mental struggle of eating too much all day and then I run out of points at the end of the day. The feeling of failure when the scale doesn't say what you want it to say, and 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 trying to pick myself back up and keep moving forward, because that is the only way that I'm going to reach my goal, is to by keep moving forward. I just have to stay positive and keep me moving forward. So the mental struggle, I think, has been the hardest part for me. Number 8, how did you overcome this? Just trying to think positive, and making a plan, and picking myself back up, and just making a plan, and to keep moving forward, because, like I said, that's the only way I'm going to reach my goal, is to keep moving forward. And that's the thing that I failed at before, is just throwing my hands up, and when I've gotten off track, or getting been not been exactly where I want to be, I've just thrown my hands up and said, I'm done. I can't do this. And I will never ever say that again. I might say that it's hard and that I'm struggling and that I'm fighting it, but I will never say I give up ever again. Number 9, 2 tips you've learned that you can share. I think that this time, I think that I think what has helped me stay on this journey, because it's taking me longer than I had hoped and that I had wanted, because I'm in my, I just passed 2 years of doing this journey. And so I think that I've learned that it takes time, and I think I've learned that it doesn't take time, as much time for everyone as it does for some people. And I'm one of those people that it takes a while for. So I, yeah, I think I've learned to not compare myself. I guess that would be the thing that I've learned, is to not compare myself to others. And boy, is that hard. But I have to remind myself not to compare myself, because if I see somebody else that's losing weight and they've lost 100 pounds in a year, I lost 46 pounds my first year. And so I can't compare myself to others, because they're doing things different than I am. Maybe they're exercising more. Maybe, they're eating different. Maybe they're not giving themselves the treats that I have chose to give myself, for their body's different. So uh, that definitely not comparing myself. And uh, and this time I think that I've learned to look at those non-scale victories in a different way, and that those are just as important as the number on the scale. I think that I've learned that this time, is that the non-scale victories are pretty important on this journey, and that can help keep you positive. So yeah, definitely. Number 10, any regrets about how you've lost weight? um Not regrets of how I've lost weight, but just regret that I didn't do this sooner, that I didn't make it work sooner, and that I didn't make it stick sooner. But can't look back, can only look forward. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm happy that I'm where I am now, and that I'm 50 pounds away from goal. So that's pretty amazing. So yeah. So not necessarily, I mean, I've never been on any kind of diet where I've hurt myself or anything like that. I've never ever done it like that. So but definitely wish that I had done it sooner. But like I said, I'm happy that I'm doing it now and I'm making it work. So number 11, how has your life improved since you've started your journey? Oh, just um being more positive, and just I feel happier because I feel healthier and I feel better. So that makes me like that makes me feel really good. And um and it shows because people that I see every day just see how much happier I am, and how much better I feel, and they're so proud of me and so happy for me. So that feels really good. So yeah, definitely feeling better has improved every aspect of my life. So yeah, definitely. All right, well, that is all 11 questions. Thank you again, Joan, for tagging me, and thank you, Robbie, for starting this tag, because this is a really great tag. I've enjoyed watching all of the other YouTubers do their videos, and yeah, this was a great one. I tag Carrie at Weight Watchers with Carrie, Mel at Mel's Weight Loss Journey, and Suzanne at Suzanne's WW Life, and Rachel at Active Rachel Ann. So if I don't think that any of you have done this, and if you're interested, I definitely look forward to seeing your video. So thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.